morning, guys, and Happy New Year. I hope you crossed over well and you are in good health. Thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. This is JP. My channel is ask_JP. I've been bringing you videos and I will continue to bring you videos from various locations. And right now, I'm in a place called Maingo. Maingo is in Musanda. Musanda is in Kakamega County. Well, Kakamega County is just a few meters from here. Where I am is Siaya County. Siaya County neighbors Kakamega, and we live at the border. So my home is in Siaya. And well, that is where I come from. I'm going to be bringing you a vlog today from Mumias. If you know Mumias, Mumias is in Kakamega County, and that is the home of the Nabongo Kingdom. There was a Nabongo Kingdom starting from the 12th century, and this kingdom is found in Mumias, where we are going. We'll go and try to see what's happening there. We want to see the Nabongo lineage. History tells us that Nabongo Kingdom was the most powerful kingdom in Eastern Africa. We are in East Africa. Kenya is in East Africa. And when the British came, they came and found certain kingdoms, various kingdoms in existence. That is to say that when they came to colonize, they actually found some kingdoms in place. A kingdom is actually a traditional government which is ruled by a king. One such kingdom is the Nabongo Kingdom. There was a famous king when the British arrived in the 19th century. They arrived in this part of Kenya. They found the Nabongo Kingdom was the most powerful, well organized as in terms of government, well organized in terms of economically, and also politically and militarily. So we are going to visit a shrine in Matungu. Matungu is next to Mumias, about 10 minutes drive. We'll go to Matungu and try to trace this Nabongo Mumia of Wanga, who was a famous chief, and see his lineage and see other chiefs who were there before him and the ones who came after him. So come with me, let us go and visit the Nabongo shrine in Mumias. We will be going there to see a bit of history. Well, my outfit today is African. If you can just look at what I'm wearing, this is an African. The dress on top of my shirt is a jacket which is Ethiopian in origin. It came from Ethiopia, and we will just go and see what other cultural things that we will be able to see. So come with me, let's go to Nabongo Shrine. Okay guys, I've come to Mumias. I'm right in Mumias town, and I want to start by showing you where the Christians came in this town. Right here, I'm in the St. Mary's, the Catholic Diocese. Here we have a school, St. Peter's, and then this road goes towards town. So let us go together. We shall learn more before we go to the shrine. Okay, I'm taking a boda boda That is my means of transport today. So here we are going. That is the road towards Mumias town. Okay, why I came to this mission place is because this is where the Christians came and set camp. This is a Catholic mission all the way from St. Peter's Secondary School up to here. This is St. Peter's Boys Primary. That's why you see so many cars. Their parents coming to bring. It is opening day. There are so many parents here coming back to school after the December holiday. So we shall just go this way to see what is happening. That is St. Peter's Boys Mumias. Okay. We are now at the Catholic mission. The Catholic mission, the missionaries came in the 19th century and set up camp here. But remember, all this time Muslims had already arrived. The Arabs and the Swahili, they had already arrived here, and so the Catholics came and set up their camp here. All this, the Catholic mission. We are headed now, that is the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church over there, and we'll just go on and see what's going on. Okay, we are at St. Peter's Catholic Church. We are headed to town. I'll show you the town. So this side mainly, these are Christians, Catholics especially, set up a mission here. And that is the St. Peter's Catholic Church. We are headed now to town. Also here there is St. Mary's Girls, St. Anne's Girls, and then St. Mary's Girls Secondary is next. So you can see the Christians came to this town, and that is St. Anne's Girls Primary School. It's a boarding school, and it is also opening day. So we shall go now into town, and then I'll show you the other side of town, Mumias town. Okay, right here we are at St. Mary's Girls Secondary School, it's a boarding school, and that is now the road to Kakamega, and we are taking the road to Mumias. This is how you enter Mumias town. You can see it is a tarmac road, well put. So we shall just go on. We are entering Mumias town. As you can see, that is Mumias town. Now this part of town, when the Christians came, they found Muslims already here. The Muslims had come here in the early 18th century. When the Christians came here in 19th century, the Muslims had already set camp. They had already set camp here. That is why in this town you'll find a very big population of Muslims. That is part of the Mumias town, that side. So we are now approaching the Muslim section of the town. This place here, there are so many Muslims found here. You can see all that stuff there. This one here is a Muslim cemetery. The Muslims who bury their own here. Now we are headed into town. Okay, now we have the Mumias Muslim Girls Secondary School. This place here was a Muslim area. The Muslims came and settled here. They got their converts among the local population. And here we have Mumias Muslim Girls. There is also a hospital there, Jamia Health Center. And mostly this is a Muslim area. This is the Muslim primary school. There's so much about the Islam community here. So that is their main Jamia mosque, masjid. And this is the town now, the Mumias town as it is. That is the road heading to Bungoma and also Busia. Then we have this one here. We'll just pass through town and go to another area where other Christians settle. Mainly the SCK, Anglican Church, missionaries. Up there where we have left, those were the Catholics who set up a mission center there, and those schools, started those schools there. Right now we are passing through the town. We are headed to the other Christian mission area. So this is the town. You can see it is a big town developed. We'll just pass through the town and then I'll show you. We are actually looking for the Christian mission area. This was a big Christian mission area, and the fact that there were Muslims here also, it made it more attractive to the Christians to come and get converts here so that they can also spread their religion. That is part of the town. We are on the outskirts of the town. You can see. Here we are. We are going to a place where Nabongo had his headquarters. And that is also where the Christians came. The Christians of the Anglican Church Missionary Society. They came here. That is a hospital in Mumias. You can see Mumias town. So the Christians of the Church Missionary Society came to this place. It is called Mui Bulma. Mui Bulma. This is called Mui Bulma. Bulma is a Luya word for home. So over here, across there, now there are government offices. We have a Christian mission center. This one here was where the Church Missionary Society missionaries came and set up that mission there. Over there right now it has many, one day we are going to visit, but it has many offices and what have you. This is the headquarters of the Diocese of Mumias. This field here, this playground here, this is where the chief used to hold his meetings. The chief would come here and hold his meetings. He had a home somewhere near here. This is called Mui Bulma. And later on, it remained an administrative place. So the Christians of the Church Missionary Society came and settled here. And the other side of town, we have the Catholics who also set up a mission and started schools. Now, if you go to town, in the middle of the town, you're going to get Muslims, predominantly Muslims. The Arab and Swahili people had arrived here in the 18th century. When the Christians came in the 19th century, mid-19th and late 19th century, they found the Muslim already had set camp here. That is why Mumias has a lot of Islam community. So let us go now back and visit now the shrine. We are going to the shrine in Matungu, and that is where we'll get the history of this place. So Mumias town, the name Mumias comes from a ruler who used to be here called Nabongo Mumia of the Wanga kingdom. So we'll go to the shrine and get some more history, and then we shall be able to understand. So come with me. Guys, over here I've stopped at a river. This river here, that is River Zoya. River Zoya flows all the way from the Nandi Hills and goes. This road here goes to Bungoma. Mumias is that way. So over there is the Mumias sugar factory. Over there, somewhere there where there is smoke, that is the Mumias sugar factory. And Mumias sugar factory is a factory which was started by the Buka Company of the British. After independence, the British invested here. Now this is the bridge, the Zoya Bridge, and over there that is the river. You can see as it flows down towards Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria is on that side, goes up to Budalangi. You can see these are rapids here. Over there the river flows. Right now there's not much rain, so the water is a bit low, but you can see from here, this is the Zoya River. The Zoya River provides water for running of the Mumias sugar factory. Over there is the Mumias sugar factory, there, where there's smoke. And this is the Zoya River. I'm standing at the bridge, so you can see all that is sugar cane plantations, and all that way up to Bungoma. So this is important because the Zoya River provides water. The Mumias sugar factory uses the water to run some of their machinery and also to produce hydroelectricity, which they use for their operations. And then one day we'll go and visit Mumias sugar factory, but it was important that I show you because this is a very important river. It goes all the way to Budalangi in Busia and into Lake Victoria. So that is the Zoya River. Okay guys, I told you we are going to go to Nabongo Cultural Center. We are looking for the history of the Wanga Kingdom. The Wanga Kingdom was a very big kingdom in East Africa, and even when the missionaries and colonialists came to this country, they actually arrived in Mumias and they were welcomed by Nabongo Mumias. So this is the highway from Mumias on that side. Busia is on that side. Slightly off the Mumias Bungoma Road, you turn left for about 2 kilometers, you'll find this Nabongo Cultural Center and mausoleum. This is actually a museum, kind of promoting the Luya traditions, customs and African culture. So come with me, let us go here. That is how it looks like. This is the entrance, and with me here I have a very close friend and a brother who is also from this Wanga clan, who will be displayed here. Please, how are you, my brother?
I'm fine.
Please introduce yourself.
I'm fine.
In this camera, just yes. Introduce yourself.
How is everybody out there?
They are fine.
This is Engineer Lawrence Musala from Matungu. This is our shrine. We have our sitting king, and of course we are the group of the arraigned princes in wait. We would like you to see exactly what we offer.
Okay.
In our historic.
So my brother, you are going to take me around. This is the entrance, guys. We are entering the Nabongo Shrine. This is a cultural center which has a lot of history. You see how it looks like. We'll go around and see exactly what is happening here. So Larry, how have you been, my brother?
Oh, I've been okay.
Since we met last in Nakuru, I think.
Actually, I have been away working. You know, this King Nabongo Mumia ruled up to part of Uganda. Okay. So when I'm in Uganda, where I am, it's like I'm at home.
Ah, very good.
Yes.
I think we'll learn a lot of history here. As I told you, my viewers, this is a cultural center that will give us the history of the Wanga Kingdom. The Wanga Kingdom, as I told you, was the greatest kingdom in this area. We have a guide here. How are you, my brother?
I'm fine, sir.
Tell us your name.
Oliver here.
in charge of tourism sector under the Nabongo Cultural Center.
Okay.
Which is located in Matung sub-county.
Okay.
Alongside Mumias Busia Road. As the road will take us through Kabaka Mwanga's Palace of Uganda. From Youngstown to Matung is 8 kilometers.
Okay.
To your right, you'll find the cultural center.
Okay, thank you very much. We have met a guide who will take us around. So where are we starting from?
We are going to start from the museum.
Okay.
We have the artifacts of the Luya community.
Let's walk this way.
With
okay.
Some traditional artifacts of the Luya king. With the genealogy of the whole hierarchy of the family.
Okay.
Of the descendants of the Luya community.
Okay.
Who are prominent in the other parts of the land. People settle in Kisumu, others settle at Kuria, others in Luo Ugenya.
Okay.
Others, we have those who settle at Bungoma under Tachoni land.
Okay.
Tachoni.
So where did these Wangas come from to settle in those areas you are saying?
These Wangas, they were all of them were born by the same guy who was Mwanga 3. Okay. And we learned that Mwanga 3 is a person who takes version from straight away from Egypt, not Congo Forest as being told as the Bantu migrate from Egypt.
So they migrated from Egypt, definitely coming down along the Nile and maybe settled now in Uganda.
Well, not basically that they settled now in Uganda. These people were brothers.
Oh.
You find Mwanga 3, Mwanga of Buganda, they were brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let us go inside here. Let us see. This is a plaque here showing Nabongo Cultural Center. It was funded by Mumias Sugar Company and officially opened by Raila Amolo Odinga, Right Honorable, who is the former Prime Minister. So let us get inside here and see what is here. Yeah, this is the museum, and there's a photo here, King Mumia of Wanga, born in 1849. We have a library here. And also that is His Majesty Nabongo who? Shitawa. The father of Mumia.
The son of Mumia.
Oh, the son of Mumia. Shitawa was the son of Mumia. Yeah. Okay, so these are the offices. Where do we start? Okay, there's a
genealogy that now narrates everything about the Luya community.
Mwanga 3.
Mwanga 3 genealogy.
Oh, so these were Mwanga's sons?
Mwanga 3.
Okay.
So somebody like Mutende is the one who settled in Kuria, Wehova in Tiriki, Mwanga part of Luo Game. You have the Abamagoya, Sakwa in Bondo. We have Sakwa community.
Okay.
Which is the same, which Raila Amolo Odinga is an descendant, still existing. So you find that when he proclaimed in publicity that he belonged to the Wanga, he's the 13th great grandson of King Nabongo Wanga, people thought that it was a political virtues to acquire.
Okay, so this is
support from there.
This is how from Mwanga 3 who was from the Buganda kingdom.
From Egypt.
From Egypt and then settled in Uganda. In Buganda kingdom. So this is his sons. Kabiakala, Morono, Mutende, Wanga, Wamoi, Wekoba, Mugoya, and Sakwa. Yeah. So Wanga, where did Wanga settle after?
Wanga himself first, he was able to first for South Wanga under Imanga village.
Okay.
Is where he was ordained as a ruler because he was being found wearing a royal bracelet ring.
Okay.
That's where now the title became as Nabongo, meaning the king.
Oh, Nabongo means the king.
The king. And when you be found as a ruler, in a Wangan community, the king, he was a leopard skin.
Okay.
At the same time, that skin he can be used as his own carpet. He can't stand on a...
So that was the regalia for the king?
That's the regalia for the king.
What else was there? Was there something like maybe... I don't know. What other regalia apart from the leopard skin?
That was the traditional regalia, and it remained being the only regalia for the king. But the elders will wear other like Kolbas Mangi skin. Okay. But from now Imanga is the one who settled here in Matungu. The land is known as Eshembeho.
Okay, now I'm interested a bit from here. Kabiakala. This is another lineage.
This is another lineage.
These are
the Abatoto. These are found in here.
The Abatoto.
Yeah.
Oh, so they also descended from the same. And then there was Wanga. Wanga who got this.
Got the 5 sons. Each and every son from their own sub tribes. Pertaining their own names.
Then from there, All these,
All
I
these were the
believe,
kings
are
of
the
the
kings
Wanga
of the Wanga, up to
community,
Mumia.
up to Mumia.
The Mumia the second. That is, I believe, the current king.
Yes.
Now, if you look here, there's Mugoya. Mugoya also has got Luo Ugenya. All these are also descendants of the same Mwanga.
Yeah.
Until Wanyando too. Is this current or?
That's the current one.
Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll look for him. Then we have Sakwa. Sakwa also has a lineage, all this. I believe this is Sakwa in Bondo.
Yes.
And then there are these ones, Mutende Wetukuria. Okay. I think this is important.
It is interesting to finish up with the former Prime Minister.
Okay, on the Sakwa side,
Yes.
all these are the descendants of Sakwa. You come, they are in the present day Luo. You come and find Rapondi, Raila, Odinga. Odinga is Raila's father.
Yes.
Odinga, grandfather. Then Oginga, and then Raila. It is important because
Raila gives forth to Odinga. Odinga gives forth to
Oginga.
Oginga gives Raila.
Oh, this is Jaramogi Raila, Oginga Odinga.
Jaramogi, and calls him the grandfather up here.
Oh, okay. This is interesting history. Maybe let's walk around and we shall come. Okay, we are going into the museum. Guys, here we are in the museum with a lot of artifacts, photos, and so much history here. So we'll just ask our brother to tell us what is happening here. Can you show us around, please?
So this is a museum which consists a lot of traditional artifacts with some of the traditional attires. Like where I'm standing, on this table we have the real leopard skin.
Okay.
This is a king's attire.
This is the king's leopard skin.
Yeah. And we have his chair, which
That
is
is-
a four-legged stool.
Okay.
This, because he's the person of the high ranking in position, you'll find that his council uses three-legged stool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he uses three-legged stool?
The council, the king himself, four-legged.
Four-legged. The council uses three-legged.
And in this cupboard here,
Yeah.
different artifacts. And you find that the Luya community were known as, they used to make tools from the stone, whereby some of those stones were known as the black iron ore. So these stone
Yeah.
were the ones which were used to make the tools.
These stones here were used to make the tools.
Iron ore.
And these
Those
ones,
ones which look like sickles.
these
were
were
used for
farming
har-
implements.
Those were used for harvesting and slashing.
Okay.
For the farming implement, you have this.
Oh, okay.
This one are the hoe. used
This
for
is the
farming.
hoe. Okay.
Other fighting tools, you have the spear and the shield. You
The
have
spear and the shield.
the bow with the arrows here, with the two knives.
These were for the soldiers.
Yeah.
This is a picture showing some Maasai anyway.
Here we have when King Mumia was interacting with the foreign communities like the Arabs, were the ones who brought in these cowrie shells.
Okay.
as the necklaces.
These were brought by the Arabs.
By that was the time when they were practicing barter trade.
Okay.
Which was the exchange of goods to the goods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the picture of King
Nabongo
Nabongo.
Peter Mumia, the current king.
And you'll find also as the Luya community, they used to communicate by the use of
Horns. This
And
must be
some of those horns were found from the animals which they used to be found in the Luya land. Like
okay.
you have a skull of antelope here,
Okay.
give us a bigger horn for communication.
Oh, okay.
And you have other diseases which were treated in the way of traditional way, using the smaller horn like that one.
This is the fish trap.
Fish trap, and then we have the Union Jack, I believe.
Union Jack.
This is a real flag now.
Oh,
The Union Jack.
the Union
The ones that the British
brought here.
brought, and this is the one we brought down during independence.
Oh,
this
okay.
is the one.
That's
Okay.
the one.
Okay.
This was the first present King Mumia. Now,
That is Mumia's King Nabongo Mumia's original gown.
original one.
Okay, okay.
That too has stayed for 142 years. Today.
Wow, okay. Okay, did we look at this? Yeah, these are recent photos, politicians.
Photos, but you can pick this one as a
You
matter
can
of
see
interest.
Raila Odinga there, Uhuru Kenyatta with King Peter. All these are photos from, and what do we have here?
You still have Peter. All
This is all
with,
Peter.
with
King
with these different guests.
Okay,
Yeah.
Peter with his different guests. So, guys, I think we have very rich history here. And we have somebody
Don't
else.
forget to take the
How are you, sir? Please tell us your name. My name is John Maloba.
My name is Mohamed Omenda.
Okay.
Yes.
Mohamed, are you also part of this?
No, I'm a student.
Oh, you're a student.
Yes.
A student where?
At Pwan University.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I came to learn culture today.
Welcome. What is here, Larry?
This is called a shionzo.
The shionzo, what is it used
The
for?
shionzo is supposed to keep quails.
Oh,
Quails are isindu.
the small birds which are biblical.
Yeah, the biblical quails.
Oh, they are trapped
And
by this.
Yes. No, they are kept here.
Oh, they are kept here after catching them.
Yeah, but catching them, the art is you get the male one. You put it inside here.
Okay.
A singing one.
Okay.
So when you go to the bush and put this in the bush, it will sing. And then the other ones will come.
Will come, it will attract them.
It will attract them. But you have set their snare like a lot of sisal strings.
Which will now
Which will tie them
capture
legs
them
as
and
it
then
is.
you
And then
put
you
them.
come and then you put them also in another one.
Okay.
Because you cannot carry it and leave it there, it will fly. So you keep it in here for
Okay.
it to call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That
What do
I
we,
have done.
and what is here? These ones look like some presents maybe to the king.
These are the presents to the
ones?
king. Like
Oh.
this one is a symbol of royalty. It was a gift from Brazil.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Like where?
Okay.
What is it made of?
This one, it has been, I don't know where it is made of, but
Metal, huh?
it is a metal
Aluminium.
or aluminium.
Oh.
Aluminium.
Okay.
Oh, and this is okay.
Resisted from units.
Yeah.
And what do we have here?
Like you have the quartz.
What
What's
are
here?
these? These are traditional.
Traditional, how these people used to do their activity. If they were playing a drum, using a pistol or with a matter to create some simsim or groundnut.
Okay.
People get civilized, being educated,
Okay.
sipping the liquor using the siphon,
The local liquor.
the local
Yeah,
liquor.
introduce
some-
him to that local liquor. The Inuit.
This is
There's
the.
a real local liquor where it's going to be produced,
Uh-huh.
and he will sip that liquor.
Everybody would sip.
So you find this is a siphon, which is used to sip that liquor. Is that
Okay,
traditional?
the straw.
or lutsheshi.
The straw, lutsheshi. So it is put in the liquor like this.
In a pot similar like this one, and then you serve from there.
Then you.
Other end.
All the people sit round.
All people sit down.
Okay, and they share this.
So you hold it like this. Then you shake it.
Okay, the liquor is inside here.
Yeah.
Buzza mainly.
Yeah, busa. Why you shake it? So that the siphon does not coagulate.
Oh, okay.
So you keep on shaking it, and the other side is a filter. So you shake as you start pressure.
And the people are seated round.
Pressure.
Ah, very good. That is very interesting.
This one.
When was the liquor taken? At what occasions? Were there special occasions or?
Liquor it was taken most afternoons, maybe at the evening hour,
To relax.
as the people were relaxing. And others, maybe in an occasion, like when you have a cultural festival, now people can start to take it as early as
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Is this Egyptian?
The Egyptian skull with the pyramid, then
Oh.
with
This
other
one?
gifts.
Gifts.
Oh,
to
these
the-
are gifts.
These are still the gifts. Like this one is showing how this leadership was being distributed in the whole of the African
Okay.
land.
Okay.
Because it is a gift which he acquired from Congo DRC
Oh.
in the Baeke Kingdom.
Okay.
With the skull of King.
Anniversaire de Tron Juliette.
And
2013.
okay. So I think we can move to the next place. This is the museum where we have artifacts and a lot of history.
The mausoleum.
Yeah.
You can pick that.
Anybody who wants to come to visit, please welcome, come and visit. There's a lot of history here. All the way from, you can see His Majesty Nabongo Mumia II was celebrating 50 years here, and that is some of the photos. So let's move on to the next place. Okay, we are moving to the next place in this tour, and our guide Oliver here is going to take us through. Oliver, where are we going?
We are headed to the royal shrine,
Mhm.
where we have assembled some of the kings who are ruling in early years,
Okay,
where they were buried for the second time.
okay,
Because you'll find that these kings of the Luya, they are buried twice.
Okay.
First burial is taken in their own home,
uh-huh,
where they are buried in a sitting position.
okay,
After 20 to 30 years is when their body will be exhumed and be brought to the shrine for the second burial. So this land is known as the shrine for the Luya king.
Okay, what is this you said about buried in a sitting position?
The reason why they are buried in a sitting position
Yeah.
is that under our cultures, the Wangan community, we believe that your son cannot inherit the position of being a leader when his uncles are still alive. So he has to wait until the uncle's person is when he will be put on the throne as the successor.
So this is the mausoleum.
And basically also, the sitting position was to signify that the king, having been the leader of the community, he is still watching over his people, even in death.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we have here?
So here we have assembled 4 graves of the Zoya kings.
Okay,
We start with the oldest person here. Is now Nabongo wa Mkoya. You learn that Wamkoya was born 1697, died 1795.
Okay.
Lived 98 years. After him, we had his son here, called Nabongo Shirungi, who was born 1775, died 1880. Lived 105 years. He's the one who says he's the legend son, Nabongo Mia, who brought all about civilization in the real land.
Nabongo
Mia was born 1849, died 1849. Lived 100 years.
Stand in front of them. No, sorry.
So after Mia is the father now of the late Nabongo Shitawa, who was born 1911, died 1974, lived 63 years. Died was still young, though he's the father to the sitting king Mumia too.
So this is only for 4 kings.
This one is for the 4 kings.
Where are the others?
Other kings' graves are within the land. Like I'm going to show you the founder grave. That's Nabongo Wanga. Yeah.
Let us go over and see where the other Nabongos were laid to rest. So this one here is very historic because you find that when the colonialists, the British, came after the explorers, they set up camp in Mumias, but only by the invitation. They were invited by Nabongo Mumia of Wanga, who was now ruling. And he was ruling from Jinja. Jinja is just
part of Uganda.
Jinja in Uganda.
Jinja in Uganda.
Naivasha
part of Kenya.
So that was his kingdom.
Yes.
So let us walk around and see more history. It is very important that we learn this history because we are Wangas and this is our history.
Which must be preserved.
It must be preserved, as Larry says.
Yes.
Larry, what do you want to say about this cultural center?
The cultural center, so to speak, is a very historic grounds.
Yeah.
And we, the inner core, consider it as a very sacred place. Where, you know, when you go to any cemetery, like the war cemetery, it is properly preserved. This is what we have.
What do we have here, Oliver?
Here we have the grave of our founder, King Nabongo Wanga. And we learned that Wanga was born 1050, died in the year 1140. He lived 90 years. And concerning the culture of the Luya community, if I have seen that, each and every leader of this land is buried facing at the east, believing that still their ancestral spirit will connect them to their destination land where they were, where they migrated from. That's now back to the Egypt. And where we are standing, we have a historical tree. It is an indigenous one.
This one, yeah.
Has been existing straight away from his time. And it is here.
This is an old tree.
It is an old tree.
It is. You say it existed from when?
It existed from straight away from the year which King Nabongo Wanga was existing.
1050 to 1144, guys.
1140.
That tree here.
That tree still exists.
What type of tree is this?
It's an indigenous one.
And what is the significance of this tree?
Because it was existing from the oldest years to the time, I think His Majesty King Nabongo Mia has now decided to protect it because it has a significant show that where it is where the king used to host his meeting as he addressed the community. So the tree used to provide a shade to the king Nabongo Wanga. And you find that tree as existing for 942 years.
Guys, this tree existed for 942 years up to the present. You can just imagine. It has been preserved by the Wangas ever since Nabongo Wanga up to now, you can see it is still a strong tree, and besides it is a thorn tree. This one can't be that old, but I believe it is also old. Acacia tree. Okay. Okay, let us move on. So we have seen Bongo Wanga's remains. They were laid there. What do we have here?
This is a conference hall.
Okay.
We have rebuilt it in absence of his palace.
Okay.
Although we use it as a conference hall.
This is a conference hall.
This one is somehow advanced.
Okay.
Because,
this is how it looks from outside, and let's go and see inside. This is
a basic assimilation of how the Nabongo Mumias house looked like. This
okay.
is the assimilation.
Assimilation of Nabongo. Let's go inside and see. I hope there will be some light. I don't know if we can see. Okay. Maybe we can use our phones to light it up a bit. So this is how the conference hall looked like. You can see it is a round hall, and this is where the king would come to host his council. And so this is, you can see the roof. The roof is grass thatched, and then they would sit round here and have their conference. So, okay, that is where the king would hold his council.
With many
meeting.
windows for ventilation.
Yeah, there are many windows for ventilation. Let's go outside and see. Sorry guys, my battery went off. I've just changed it. So, Oliver, where are we?
Yes, we are in a cultural villa.
Okay.
Where it is a demonstration how the king's palace was being set up in ancient time.
Okay.
And you'll find as you enter, immediately as you enter,
yes,
you have the middle house facing the gate.
That one there.
Which is in the far end on the homestead. That one is believable being the palace of the king.
Okay.
Where he used to sit with his friends and visitors as they chant various issues.
Yeah.
In the left of the homestead,
that one
you have
there.
The house of the first wife, also facing the gate.
Okay.
And it has the kitchen there.
That is the kitchen.
On the right of the same homestead,
this
the
side.
house of this second wife.
Okay.
With the kitchen.
Okay.
And near the gate here, on the right, you have that sun cottage.
Okay.
The house of the sun.
This is the Simba.
The Simba.
Okay.
Now the mother to the king can't be on the far end of the homestead. She will be near the gate on the left of the homestead. This is the house of the mother.
Okay.
Where now it is believable that each and every visitor was being received by the mother before they be taken to the place where the king.
She was like the protocol.
Yeah, that was the protocol.
And the sentry man.
And the sentry is the son.
The sentry.
Okay. So, okay, then can we just move around and see?
So we can just move.
What is this place being used for now? It's just a cultural center.
It's being used to showcase the culture of sipping the traditional liquor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be the king's home?
That is the king's
house. That one there would be the king's house.
Yeah.
And on this side,
the first wife.
First wife. And then the second wife. Okay. So this is the layout of the king's house. Yeah, that would be the layout. The king's house would be this one. The first wife would be on the left, facing the gate. On the left there, that is the house of the first wife, second wife, and then that is her kitchen. Even the other wife has that kitchen. That one there, I'm told, would be the mother's house, near the gate. She would receive all the visitors, and then she's the one who will usher them in. That one there would be the house of the son. The son would stay there also for security purposes. So let us go in and see how the house looked like. Monobos. Okay. Asante. Okay. Okay guys, I've come to this cultural home, and right here, this is the entrance. We are going to see a ceremony, a council of elders. There are certain elders inside here who are seated, and they are going to show us a ritual, how the elders used to sit. After work, they would come and sit down and enjoy a drink together. So the drink is called buzza. It is put in pots, and then they have long straws which they use to siphon. And for sanitation, to sanitize the drink, they use hot water, boiled hot water, which is poured in that drink. The buzza is made of millet or sorghum, and it is prepared on fire until it is fermented. Then they put in the pot. So right now inside here, the elders are seated and they are already partaking of the buzza. Let us go in and see a bit of this. Here is the sitting. We have the elders are seated. The elders are actually partaking of a drink. This is buzza, and it is made from fermented millet or sorghum, and it is put in this pot here. And over here, this is where they get this buzza from here, using this container, put it there, and in this pot they have put hot water for sanitizing purposes. So you can see Larry is enjoying the buzza, and they have to shake like this to unblock the straw. This is the straw, and you can see every elder is holding their straw. So I will also maybe get myself a straw and show you how it is done. You can see we are seated on special seats. These are special seats which are used in this kind of sitting. And this tree in the middle, what is it called?
Isiro.
This one is called Isiro. The significance we shall be told later. So let me enjoy my buzza ceremony. So I'm learning, so maybe Larry, you can take the photo.
Yeah, that is Maloba getting to business. He's a bit of an amateur, but it is symbolic. It's symbolic.
It's coming, it's fermented.
Yeah.
And it is very nice.
This liquor is more or less just like the Umkomboti of South Africa.
Okay, the significance of this, I will enjoy my drink later. You share the straw, and this is to bring you together, to bring unity among the elders. These are elders, a council of elders with their chairman. They're enjoying their drink. So you can see they sit down. This is normally done in the evening after work. They sit down and enjoy, and so they can discuss their things here. And normally there would be somebody here to refill. So that is a symbol. Thank you, elders, for welcoming me. I will also sit and enjoy the drink. So here I am enjoying the buzza. You can see Larry is also here. Larry is having his share
and very happy with
and
himself.
enjoying, and I'm also enjoying. The old men are also enjoying. So let us enjoy. We'll see you later.